Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Green Dawn. My name is Wilfred. So interestingly, if you recall this channel and this playlist, it was 4 years ago when I started playing Grim Dawn, and it was at the back of my dissatisfaction with Wilson and draw me into Grim Dawn. I started with the Cabalist, and then I kind of switched to the D2 mod, the one that mod the game just like Diablo 2, and I had fun with that. I posted some video back then as well. So that was 4 years ago. Recently, recently, due to the dissatisfaction with the Diablo 4 Season 2, and I was like, okay, let me play some kind of like old school ARPG. I kind of like always go back to Grim Dawn. So you've seen the recent video on the Oppressor as well as Infiltrator. So story behind it was, I play a Oppressor. It was an Oathkeeper necromancer, pretty strong, spin to win. You know, I kind of enjoy it a lot, and it's my main character managed to farm all the reputation to revert and kind of help my second character as well. So during New Year Day, I did a video to do a random draw on what should I play next, and then it came out with the Nightblade and the Nightblade and the what is it, the other one, Inquisitor. So that become a Infiltrator. So I had fun with that, figure out my own build and so on. And then as I was leveling up my Infiltrator to there about 60-ish, I look at my character list and I saw like, well, there's a Cabalist I created 4 years ago, and a Cabalist is a necromancer occultist. It's a pet build, and I kind of know that over these 4 years the pet build has gone through a lot of changes, and sort of like when I picked up the character, it's nothing really what I thought it was, and it took me a while to did some research this time around, unlike my Infiltrator, and also I have to reset all the devotion point because whatever 4 years ago I've figured out wouldn't work now. So I've done that, and I did about catch up as well. Now that I have all these mandates, I can speed up the whole reputation farming. I kind of do a bit of bounty for some of the faction just to catch up to honor and above, and I did that as well. And I did use the opportunity to refarm my gear because it just wouldn't work. So after I've done all this thing, I'm still trying to get used to my necromancer. It's kind of interesting because it's not as tanky and kind of lazy as Oppressor, my first character, so as to speak, the first one I'm serious with, and it's not as high DPS, but yet it's a high engagement, a high DPS, but you need to look after yourself, sort of like the Infiltrator. This Cabalist is a pet build, but it's unlike any pet classes I've played before. I have to constantly look after, of course, myself, and also look after my pet as well. You know, resummon them, need to heal them, need to reposition them as well. And it's really cool because I've not seen a lot of ARPG that implements the pet class as good as Grim Dawn, being able to direct the pet exactly where you want to go, and then put it back if there are some like really bad area that you've seen. Later on you see a troll boss. There was a lot of AoE area. If you leave the pet there, they'll all get melted, so you have to pull back another area just to leave that place, while at the same time trying to manage my own cooldown as well as my survivability. It's kind of like very different. I mean, on a good day you can just sit back, relax, enjoy, loot and examine your loot while your pet just decimates anything across the line. But once in a while you've seen some of these like kind of environmental hazard, like the twirling kind of green cloud that keep going after you and your pet as well, and make it really interesting. Being a pet class is especially for Grim Dawn is how should I say, most of the time you're fine, like, you know, the pet just doing its own thing, their own thing, and all you need to do is just make sure that they are alive through healing and they are alive through resummoning. But once you take too much damage and your pet start to disappear one by one, and that is when you get panicked because there's a cooldown to it, right? So that's where I am right now. This is they call it roguelike dungeon in the base game. I'm not quite sure. Kind of like I'm still trying to feel my way through this game, and I'm not entirely sure what how to farm all these things, but I'm still trying to learn. From what I gather, it's a lot tougher than normal dungeon, and if your character get defeated inside this one shot kind of like roguelike dungeon, the whole thing just get reset, and it costs you material to craft a key to get into a dungeon. So you better don't get kind of destroyed inside, because once the character get defeated, you won't get any loot at all towards the end, and you have to recraft a key. That can be a kind of annoying as well. It's a long journey for me. Each of the dungeon take a while. Some dungeon are easier than other, but this I believe is one of the harder ones. Harder one because there's a lot of ether damage that go around it on the ground, and also the cloud that keep going after you, asking you to keep moving and not just stay still. I can't even stand still looking at my loot. So yeah, it was a good run. I'll provide you all a bit more update as I go further into this game. So my goal is to I'm going to level up the Infiltrator as well as a Cabalist together. So if I see any loot that is relevant, I can pass to each other. So that was my whole goal. And I'll use my main character, the Oppressor, to farm some of this material or higher end loot. Who knows? I may build something quite interesting on this game. And in my head, I'm already thinking maybe I should create a fourth character, just to catch up on this, second and third. Maybe since I'm going to get through all the loot anyway, may as well try to see some loot that may be relevant to my characters. Because farming for loot in this game can take a while, and may as well just do it for a few characters at the same time. It's kind of fun. So yeah, that is the end of the fight with the boss. It was kind of alright, and there is I think there was something that I looted along the way, a purple one that I kind of like find it helpful as well. So it's good. The main thing about this game is really to train yourself on all the skill, because different class mastery combination would kind of entail to a different kind of play style. You have to get used to different kind of play style. Phase tank versus whatever. I think this is the one that I think is good for. Yeah, this item that is good for all pets. So that is what I'm looking for. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm having a lot of fun. So again, thank you for watching, and this is just an update video on where I am with Grim Dawn. Wonderful game, and if you haven't got a chance to play it because you bought it long time ago, it was on discount but never got a chance to really fully enjoy the game, I think it's one of the really well mature game, and the new DLC is coming up as well, so it's a high time to get back in, experience the new patch 1.2. Alright, see you next time. Goodbye.